Hey there, my name's Shonda. I'm going to start this video blog for my own history and also because I'm hoping maybe somebody will have some answers for me. A little bit of back history, and I'll do more later if I need to, but I was diagnosed with ovarian cancer back in '96. They found it when I had had a tubal pregnancy, and they went in to take care of the tubal pregnancy, and they found the ovarian cancer. So I ended up having a full hysterectomy at 26. Um, I was scheduled to do chemotherapy, and the day before I was scheduled to do chemo, they told me that they thought that they could take care of it with medication and stuff. So I ended up not having chemo. I did a different form of treatment. I went back to the doctor, did all my checkups and was cancer free. And back about a year ago, I started having a lot of medical issues with my stomach and my intestines and my colon, and I kept going back to the doctor. They kept telling me, it was irritable bowel syndrome, it was acid reflux, and it just, nothing ever worked, and none of the medications ever worked. So finally, the doctor sent me in for a CAT scan and called me like an hour later, asked me to pull over because I was driving, and informed me that they had found ovarian cancer and that it was really bad. So that started this whirlwind of doctor's appointments and testing and PET scans, and eventually led to me having surgery in November. And they think that they got it all, except for there was one nodule that was between my heart and my lungs that they couldn't get to. And so that they left, and they were going to start me on treatment. So initially the treatment was going to be chemo, but they tested the tumors and they were hormone receptive. So I was able to start a new therapy that they use for breast cancer, which is an aromatase inhibitor. So I started arimidex. Within a couple of weeks of taking the medicine, I started having terrible joint pain. We had went camping, and my ring finger that my wedding ring was on, I had thought that I had gotten maybe bitten or stuck by something, because my finger started swelling up and I was having terrible pain in the joints, couldn't bend it. And so I went to the doctor, and they didn't know what it was, and so we just kind of monitored it. Well, then it started spreading to my other fingers, and it got to where my fingers would kind of like pop and lock, and extreme pain in my hands at all times. All my joints were swelling. I couldn't wear my wedding ring. Finally, at about 3 months, I took my wedding ring and I had it sized because I was sad that I couldn't wear it anymore. And they had to take my ring from a size 8 to a size 10.5 so that it would fit my finger. And we're at 6 months right now, and it isn't really fitting anymore, but I can't have it sized, so I just won't be able to wear it. I keep going back to the doctor because recently, in the last couple of weeks, my thumb has dislocated 3 times, and my thumb on my other hand is in a totally locked position and will not bend. And they still keep telling me that it has nothing to do with this medication, but I went online and researched it, and a lot of women have this problem with this arimidex. And so I'm doing this in hopes that maybe someone will see this and say, hey, that's happening to me too, and this is what I did, or maybe it would help somebody, because my doctors are making me feel like I'm crazy. Yesterday I was laying on the couch with ice packs on my hand because that's pretty much what I have to do all day. And it started popping and getting locked in place, and I was showing my husband, and nobody's ever seen it before because it doesn't happen where like on schedule, it happens at random times. And he was like, oh my God, that is so disgusting and creepy. Like, you can just watch it and it just locks. And hopefully at some point I can get it on video so you can see, because it's very visible that it does it. And so painful. So at this point, I'm pretty much wearing braces on both of my hands, keeping them on ice all the time, taking ibuprofen and painkillers like crazy. And this just isn't the quality of life that I want to have. And so I'm considering stopping the medicine But the problem is, pre-surgery, my CA-125 was at 1,097. Now, post-surgery, 11 days after my surgery, it was down to 197. I just went in for my 6-month checkup, and it's at 8. The tumor has shrunk significantly behind my heart. So this medicine is working, but it's working at the cost of tearing down the rest of my body and taking away the function of my hands. I can't open bottles. I can't use scissors. I can't pull my hair up in a ponytail because I can't bend my fingers. It's taking away all of the things that I need to use my hands for. So what is the quality of life going to be if I don't have cancer, but I have no use of my hands? So I'm just hoping maybe somebody will see this and um, have some ideas or at least discussions. So thanks, guys. I'll do it again soon.